All right, Lions add the final piece to the roster. Just signed a new safety from Jacksonville. We'll break that down. If you're new to the channel, we talk all about the Lions here, and we'll love if you would subscribe if you haven't. Let me know in the comments if you're going to go to a road game this year. Let me know if you're going to go to a road game, which one, kind of what that looks like. Because the Lions, man, Lions fans go to road games. We sold out. They did a lot of really good things at like the Chiefs, the Packers, like solid franchises. We just like took over the stadiums. Love it. So, okay, here's the guy that I'm talking about. It is Jacksonville Jaguars guy that went to Pitt. His name is Eric Hallett. And it's interesting because he occupies the 16th and final spot on the practice squad. Why it's kind of interesting is because go down here. He's the only defensive back on the practice squad, and the Lions actually have 11 defensive backs on their 53-man roster. So you look at the names. Khalil Dorsey ended up making the team. Loren Strickland, we'll talk about him again just here in a second. Brandon Joseph. So this guy, he's a safety from Pitt that as a redshirt freshman, he played 12 games for Pitt. He was drafted in the 6th round by the Jacksonville Jaguars, was on their practice squad all last year, ended up getting released. Lions pick him right up and get him on the practice squad. In college, he was a finalist for the Jim Thorpe Award, which is given to the best defensive back. Interceptions, tackles, production's all there. Size-wise, he's good. He's a little shorter. He's 6 foot, 190, but he's got versatility, can go at safety or at the nickel. Primarily, he's been used at safety last year with Jacksonville. So the whole point is he rounds out kind of, this is the team now. We've got practice squad, 53-man roster. I think technically the Lions have one spot remaining just in case they see something they want to make a change. But this is it. The roster's done. It's set. And now when you look at it, and I just like this view, you look at it, it's like, wow, this is what we were really working towards, and now it's here. I mean, you look at the tight ends is a little, you got Sam Laporta, Brock Wright, Parker Hesse. That's a little bit of the unique one. We kept 4 running backs. Wide receivers only kept 4. Still looking at that. We've got a couple on the practice squad that might get activated as we keep going. Offensive line, good. Defensive line, we ended up keeping James Houston. He's going to be an edge rush type of guy. Broderick Martin went to IR, which was unique. I'm just kind of rapid firing here. DJ Reader could be ready for week 1. Probably they're going to wait just one more week and get him ready for week 2. But Levi's healthy and ready to go. Wingo's healthy. Pascal's healthy. Davenport's healthy. Like all these guys that we're really kind of anxious to see. Linebackers have done nothing but mature and get better, like Jack Campbell, Derek Barnes, even though he's in like his 4th year, he keeps getting better year after year. And then the secondary fully revamped. So it's perfect. And here's the guy that I want to talk about now is Loren Strickland. We talked about him for just a second on the last video, but if you want to know why the Lions kept him, we'll show this video again. He comes in from the left of the screen, just kind of comes in here. What this is going to be a run to his right, and he's on the left side of the formation, somehow sneaks in there, flies in, and makes a tackle for a 5-yard loss. And that wasn't a 5-yard loss. It was a 1-yard loss. Sorry. I was looking at the wrong hash, but still, a 1-yard loss makes no sense on how he was able to get in there. So keep an eye on Loren Strickland. I think this is just a great special teams guy that can really play anywhere the Lions need him. But remember, safety's kind of really set. Brian Branch, Ife Melifonwu, Brandon Joseph, Kirby Joseph, a lot on the safety side of things. But when Branch starts moving around, because remember, that's the biggest thing. Branch isn't coming off the field. I mean, he's just not coming off the field. Now, okay, another thing I thought was interesting is how many of the Detroit Lions free agency losses made new teams in the 53-man rosters. Kind of interesting. So you've got, this is notable players that left this offseason. Zach Ertz was on our roster just for a little bit. He made the Commanders roster. Josh Reynolds. These are some of the notables that we know. Benito Jones ended up with the Dolphins. Will Harris. Gosh, shout out to Will Harris. Just hangs around our team forever and then just goes to the Saints. All right. But that's the difference on our roster and the talent we have now. He wouldn't make the team this year. makes the Saints roster. Just shows you, like, and that makes sense, right? The Saints are not as good as the Lions. CJ Gardner-Johnson, just as more time goes on, the more I dislike that guy. But he, of course, made the Eagles roster. Didn't make the initial 53-man rosters. Guys like Julian Aquara, he did sign with the Cardinals. Chase Lucas on the practice squad. Always thought he would be better. Just thought he'd be a little sneaky 7th-round pick that we took, but that's kind of where he's at. Practice squad player. Shout out to him. Cam Sutton, we know, is just suspended. Jerry Jacobs waived and no one picked him up. He's a free agent. And Tracy Walker signed with the 49ers practice squad, but is expected to be on the active roster. So I forgot about Tracy Walker. Good to see him out there. Don't hate Tracy Walker by any means, just never fully put it together, and off he goes. But look at these names of guys that are just like, yeah, okay, but not great. They're all gone, and we've just gotten better. You can't say that we haven't. I mean, look at this right here. This secondary list right here of Chase Lucas, Cam Sutton, Jerry Jacobs, Tracy Walker. That's our secondary last year. They're not even on teams now. It's crazy. Wow. Much better. So that just really shows it. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. So interesting to see that guys who were once considered major parts of the Lions' future, like Tracy Walker and Jerry Jacobs, find themselves looking for jobs on Wednesday. It's a stark reminder that things change in a hurry in the NFL. 100% shows that things change, that the Lions weren't satisfied with those guys, got better immediately when they started to draft last year, traded for the Buccaneers corner, Carlton Davis. Like, love everything that I saw from the Lions this offseason, because look at proofs right here. Look at these guys that no longer on the team. Okay, another thing I wanted to show you was, this is a really cool video. Hopefully you can see it okay. It's not the biggest view, but it just, the point I wanted to see here was just how well balanced the Lions are all across the offense. And so what you're going to see here is the Lions are going to go in motion simply so that Jared Goff can see what's going on with the Raiders. Once he gets the indicator of what's going on, he can then audible, make a change. And the first thing that he notices is that it's a light box. There's only 6 guys in the box. Safeties go deep. Once he sees that, he knows that, all right, let's check this into a run, because we got 6 dudes in the box with our offensive line, and we have 6 guys that are going to block. So this is easy. They're actually going to leave Max Crosby unblocked over here. Penei Sewell is going to go get him. But in order to do that, look at the athleticism with Penei Sewell. He pretends, does like a fake, I'm going to block. That way Crosby comes up the field. Otherwise, Crosby, if he just went right here, Crosby would crash down and blow this whole thing up. He's that good. So Penei Sewell is so athletic, he's going to give a little fake block. Sam Laporta and Taylor Decker are going to do a little cross block to get the right angles. I mean, this just shows the intricacies of the Lions combined with the right players, the playmakers, everything's involved here. And remember, it started with an indicator. Goff changes the play. We've got the talent and the ability to block this up, and then you've got Jahmyr Gibbs going to get the ball. Everything goes into place here. So I'm going to go back here. You saw, watch Penei Sewell give a little fake that freezes Max Crosby just enough. Guys get up on the second level. Here comes a super burner. Oh, man. Breaks 2 tackles and gets another 20 yards. I mean, huge. Here's another one from Jahmyr Gibbs where he's going to get caught up in here, but find a way to bounce it out. And it's like, let's go. Whoop. Okay, here we go. Comes across. There's a wall made right here. This guy's unblocked. Oh, yeah. Whoop. Little jump cut. Another little cut and touchdown. Jeez. So why do I show you that? Number one, Jahmyr Gibbs is very special. Number two, our offense is going to carry us this year. It is. It's that good. And what we've been trying to just develop is, can the defense just keep us in games when when things get a little hairy? Can they keep us in games? And that's what I think we're going to see this year versus years and years past. The defense is going to step up. We're going to have that complementary football, because think about why the defense should be good. It should be good because the offense is keeping them ahead, so they can play loose. They can play in a way that they can be aggressive. Both sides of the ball want to be aggressive. Dan Campbell's talked about that. Aaron Glenn, Ben Johnson. We want to be aggressive, and that's just the way the Lions play. That's the way that Dan Campbell got the Lions franchise turned around. We're not just playing to hope that we don't lose. We're playing to win. And I'm like, well, let's go. That's what we're trying to do. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you have not subscribed, we'd love it. Going for 25,000 subs. I don't know what subs really do other than just kind of looks cool, but it'd be nice to love you. Subscribe if you've been watching us for a long time, and we'll see all of you on the next one.